Beef cheek tacos are amazingly rich and flavorful. This recipe starts like all the good ones, and that's at the grill. I'm using a couple of chunks of hickory wood to add some barbecue smoke flavor to the beef cheeks, and have the kettle set up for low and slow or about 225 degrees Fahrenheit. I put the beef cheeks on, mostly frozen, only because I forgot to thaw them, and that was fixed after about an hour or so on the grill. I split them up so each part can get some of the smoke and maximize the flavor. I made up some braising liquid, and the full recipe is in the description below. You start off with some beef stock and add 3 dried chilies. I'm using New Mexico chilies for both heat and flavor. Once they're softened, you put them in the blender cup with some cumin, which is a huge component of Tex-Mex dishes, and then finally 2 cloves of crushed garlic. I don't recommend this bullet blender, but it is pretty nice for small batches of sauce. It really bogged down, and I was pretty sure that I broke it this time, but it pulled through in the end. So take it off when everything is blended smooth. The meat is at the 2-hour mark and has absorbed enough smoke, so pull it off the kettle and onto some aluminum foil to get ready to braise it. Add the braising liquid you just made and pour it over the meat. Now it doesn't have to be perfectly even because it coats as it cooks. I also like to add the juice of a lime since the acid helps cut the fat and has the added bonus of tenderizing the meat. Now is the time to show off your best tinfoil dinner skills as we seal up the meat in aluminum foil. The goal here is to trap in as much moisture as possible so the meat cooks in its own juices and breaks down the connective tissue. If it's not sealed right, it's going to be dry long before it gets tender. I've used several layers here just in case I puncture one. And sealing the ends is absolutely critical. I like to fold it over flat and seal it and then roll it up like it's fruit by the foot. At this point, put it back on the grill at 300 to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for a few hours until it's fork tender. We're not shooting for a specific temperature, but we are shooting for tenderness. And you can know that it's done if you can pull it apart easily with 2 forks. If it's not done, just wrap it back up and put it on the grill for a little bit more time. I really don't like store-bought corn tortillas, which are almost always too dry. Fresh tortillas can make a world of difference in a taco, and lucky for me, Mrs. GTE is happy to oblige. Build your taco however you'd like. For me, that's with some of the perfectly cooked beef cheeks, a squeeze of fresh lime juice, which cuts the richness of the meat, and then add your favorite salsa or pickled vegetables.
Now that we've got it all put together, let's go ahead and give it the taste test. Now that is a really rich cut. It's full of flavor, and as the fat rendered out, it helped the outside get a little bit crispy, just like you would if you were making carnitas. Definitely going to make these ones again.